If you're not willing to tell me the truth and I'm not willing to tell you the truth, then maybe we're not really friends.
Dorothy Dream!
So I want to talk about something today that I think is pretty relevant in a lot of people's lives, including my own. And it's about telling the truth. I feel like a lot of the times it's hard for people to tell the truth because they just don't care enough. And I know that I am so guilty of this. But what I mean is that you're friends with someone and you see them doing something that you know is not beneficial for them, or you know is bringing them down the wrong path, and you don't say anything. And sure, you can say, oh, you know, it's not my place to say anything, or they're not gonna listen, but really what it is that you just don't care enough to be honest with that person. If you really cared about that person's well-being, and if you really cared about your friend, then you would tell them the hard truth. I am pretty much talking to myself because I know that I have a hard time being honest with people sometimes. And I don't mean that I lie, but I mean that when I know that there's something that needs to be said, or I see something being done wrong, I hold my tongue because I care more about my pride than I do about their well-being. I'm afraid that they're going to reject me, or I'm afraid that they're going to shut me down, that they're not going to listen, that my efforts will have been done in vain. And honestly, that's kind of just part of being human. Obviously, there's a time and place for saying certain things. You don't want to go up to someone when they're in the middle of a midlife crisis and tell them off. Because if they're not in a position where they're ready to hear that or they're ready to listen, what you're saying will be falling on closed ears. I think so many times it's come to the point in my life where I realize I am not being a good friend if I'm not able to be honest with this person. If I'm not able to tell them that they're hurting me or they're hurting people around them, why am I choosing to keep that label of friends around us? The way that I see friendship is that you are meant to sharpen one another. There's a famous proverb that says, as iron sharpens iron, so one friend must sharpen another. And I believe that's what friendship is made for. It's for two people to build each other up, having this person tell this person that there's something wrong with them when they don't see it, and vice versa. If you are willing to say something to someone, you have to be willing to be vulnerable and also take in honesty yourself. That's just my opinion on what friendship is. How do you define friendship? Let me know in the comments below because I want to start a discussion. Coming from high school where I felt like I got along with everyone well and I would consider everyone my friend, going through university and realizing that I really only have 2 friends, and then finishing university and really seeing who my friends are, I think that my perspective on what friendship is has changed, but in the good way. In a good way. Anyone who has gone from high school to university, especially if you've moved away for university or college, then you know very well what it's like to find out who your real friends are and find out who your not so real friends are. The ones that don't keep in touch, the ones that don't speak to you, the ones that don't make an effort, even friends that are remote, the ones that are immediate, the ones that are around you. Willingness to be honest and willingness to take in honesty are 2 big factors that I believe makes a real friendship. And of course there's trust and effort included under all of that. But I really believe if you're not willing to tell me the truth and I'm not willing to tell you the truth, then maybe we're not really friends. And so that kind of concludes my, my random thought rant. It's something that's been lingering in my brain for a while and I've wanted to talk about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you agree, if you disagree. I know that I am guilty of not telling my friends the truth, and of course that has resulted in some broken friendships. And I'm also guilty of not being willing to take in the truth. I mean, sure, on the surface I'll take it in, but it's really hard for me to digest it and chew it up and break it down and like really comprehend it. But that's just part of being human, I guess, and that's part of growing up. I hope to make more videos like this in the future. I have a playlist called Is This Adulting? LOL IDK, and that's kind of what this is part of. I have a video that I posted a while back about dealing with conflicts that I'd love to have your feedback on if you have not seen it already. And I hope you guys have been enjoying my travel vlogs. I'm kind of in limbo right now, still trying to figure out what to do post-grad. So I hope you will enjoy this journey of my life and come alongside with me. Be sure to subscribe if you like my content. Come back every week and I will see you in the next video.